Communication is the worst sexual strategy for men in a relationship. I've done a bunch of other videos on it here, so this is building on all those. Make sure to give your hands a wash before we get started here, and we're going to get on to some potato pancakes. It won't make you smell like a man, but it'll make you smell like a man she wants to talk to. Damn dog. The dish is easy enough. It's a good breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a quick little savory thing. I'm going to call it a dinner recipe right now because I'm having a gin and tonic, and it's way too early for that if it's breakfast. But you want a potato, which you're just going to grate up, a little bit of flour, a little bit of milk, an egg, salt and pepper, and a touch of baking powder. Super simple. On the topic, communication sucks. Now, how do I know? Well, the easy answer is because women keep telling guys to do it more. Communication is validation seeking wrapped up in equality. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, men and women aren't equal? Yeah, you didn't get the memo? Here, let's walk this back. So communication does have a purpose, but if you're expressing a grievance or asking a girl to act right, chances are the battle's already over and all you're doing is displaying your helplessness in the situation. First off, communication gives all the judgment powers to your girl. Gin gives all the judgment powers to me. So let's have a second one here and get going. A little bit of gin, a little bit of tonic. You can add a garnish if you like, but, don't have to. Communication, though, gives all the judgment powers to your girl. You're talking because something bothers you. You're talking because you want a girl to do you a solid and start acting better. And if she wants to, great. But I'll tell you right now, if she wanted to act better, she already would be. But instead, and this is where she's really good at it, she gets to play the tone card. It's her first tool. You didn't communicate well enough. You were too mean. Most guys don't notice this until they fall into that trap either. They end up defending what they just said. It's not too mean, it's just blah 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 blah. Go home, son. And on the off chance that you've managed to put the perfect tone, the correct characters, and the proper cadence together to meet all of her Calvin Ball communication standards, and she chooses not to just flip out, a girl can use her second tool. Making up your argument to distract you. Or her third tool, playing wounded. Another tool you can use in these potatoes, by the way, is give them a quick rinse and take all the excess water off of them before you add any of the other ingredients. The drier they are, the more crispy you can make this. It's really good. So it doesn't matter whether it's polite or impolite conversation. By communicating at all, you're whining. You're asking her to do you a favor and start acting right. Even those married guys that pretend they don't, and you're not going to like hearing this, but women aren't stupid. Another thing you need to hear, preheat your pan, get it nice and searing when you put this on there. Spread it to a pancake shape. Pat it down. You're going to see I play with this way too much. It's not going to hurt the thing. Do what you got to do. I got ADD. Sue me. There's this great post by Rollo Tomasi where he talks about women and agency from a man's perspective. Now, she either has it or she doesn't have it, depending on what makes her look good. In this case, a lot of guys pretend that women are completely incompetent social creatures, and it's up to her benevolent strongman to let the girl know that she's freaking out over nothing and acting horribly inappropriate. Oh, I don't know. Thanks, Dave. Want sex now? Do you really think that's how it goes? I've been able to see the most horrible women put it together and act like a genuine peach when they want to. So the girl knows she's acting poorly. She just decided not to, and she doesn't care. And usually, it's because in that moment, she doesn't like you very much, and she doesn't have a healthy respect for your boundaries. And a little bit of both. And it's not just about arguments or breaking boundaries either. Marriage counselors are another case of communication being garbage. Women respect the man they look up to. And if you're asking a third party to be that authority, it's almost as bad as telling a girl you learned how to be a man from reading a book or watching a cooking video on YouTube. Most honest marriage counselors will tell you, everything that they tell you to do, every exercise you're given, None of it matters if a girl doesn't want to play ball. And when tempers flare, they don't want to play ball. Since guys are so easily able to assume that girls are emotional children when they need to be, to absolve them of all responsibility for their actions, in this case, they don't have a reason to act right. And why would they? Most of these same guys are just going to forgive them and take responsibility for the girl's bad behavior. Now, I'm sure the 4 women who are actually watching this video thinking, well, I'm not like that. This is only low-quality women, low-class women, low EQ women. I'm sure you're right, and I'm sure you're as great as you say you are, but there ain't enough of you to go around. Most of us are just going to have to learn to interact with the plebs there, Your Majesty. Interacting with the pancake, by the way, you'll see it has that nice golden brown to it. I like it that way, where it's still a bit on the chewy side. If you want to add more oil to the pan, you can get a good sear on it. Use less milk, and just take the starches from the potato as the liquid if you want then. The milk will prevent it from crisping up. But in that case, you might as well just make a hash brown. In this space, any guy with a half an ounce of sense will tell you that you shouldn't tolerate bad behavior. Now, when you're told you shouldn't tolerate bad behavior, it doesn't mean to confront women. It means to be absent. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll continue to say it until I'm blue in the face. The only tools you have to ensure good behavior from those around you is your attention, your affection, and your commitment. You pull them, commensurate with the severity of your boundary. And those tools only matter if you're a valuable man worth keeping. Boundary enforcement is superior to communication in the way that this spatula is superior to just leaving the damn thing to sit there and cook. In fact, it's the most honest type of communication there is. No girl cares about your mouth noises. Girls have strategies and tools to shut those down. They've honed them on every man they've had to talk to since they were 13. You don't stand a chance. And for the rare guy here, who can string a sentence together like nobody's business with the silver tongue and steely resolve, she'll win that one through attrition. It's the death by 1,000 concessions, and it takes its toll on how much effort that a man has to put in to offset the bad behavior. It essentially eats you alive from the inside. I mean, I've got field report after field report from client and peer. It's so commonplace that it's a meme. These guys are the I used to be alpha and slowly became beta. Now, never mind that the saying kind of messed up the definitions. It gets the sentiment right. So the 2 mental models that are holding you back from a successful relationship in this case are communication solving everything and men and women being equal. The one thing you're gonna have that's holding you back from a perfect pancake, I like it simple, a little bit of cottage cheese, a touch of ketchup, some salt, and some pepper. But you can really dress this up however you want to. Sweet, savory, salty, doesn't matter. Some better mental models for you though with the communication. If you're on a first date and the girl's fingering her phone instead of paying attention to you, leave. Put cash down to cover your portion of the bill on the table and walk away. Walk away, dog. Don't talk, walk. Damn dog. If you've been dating a girl a month and she decides to berate you in front of your social circle, get in your car, go home and ghost her. Don't talk, walk. If you live together and she starts yelling at you, walk away. Go to the gym, go to Starbucks, go talk to another girl, go hang out with a buddy. When you get back and she still didn't get the message, it may be time to find a new roommate. Don't talk, walk. If you're married with 3 kids, you handle your business and she's shitting all over you? Take the kids, go out for some ice cream. Mom's not invited. Your family unit is happy, healthy, and fun. And if she wants to break team, then she can go back to the bench. Again, don't talk, walk. Guys like you have life 80% on lock. And sometimes it's that little bit extra from the men around you that pushes you to be more. So, join us on Patreon. If you think this video was good, wait till you see the real stuff we put out every week, just for you, and for less than the price of a fancy cup of coffee. And honestly, these videos wouldn't be here if it wasn't for their support. Every man in there has my heartfelt appreciation. Check the link in the description.